Hello there, sweet friends, and happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all had a really nice weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by today to see what's new here on Cottage to Courtyard. I want to just let you all know how badly I feel about not having a Share and Shine Friday video for you on Friday. Unforeseen circumstances beyond my control happened, and I had no video to share, which did not make me happy. So I'm hoping that isn't the case this week, but if it is, I will post a video of my own in its place, and we'll just do some fun decorating here at the condo, so no worries. As you can all see by the thumbnail photo, we are going to be decorating my kitchen and the island with some bee decor and Mackenzie-Childs accents, all in a yellow, black, and white color palette with a couple of lemon touches for fun. Most of you know that I have a small kitchen, and here I've taken everything away that I don't need on a daily basis, so we can start with a blank slate, and we are going to start at the coffee station area there on the right. The old copper bucket on the left always holds our napkins and some coffee spoons. And then the Mackenzie-Childs pitcher is the anchor piece on the right side. I love this Hobby Lobby cubby shelf that they sit on, which holds our K-cups, biscotti, and other treats discreetly behind the black and white toile fabric panels on the front. The copper canisters hold sweetener and tea bags. First, we're adding in one of my bee plates, which were from Ross, and they were $7.99 for a set of 4, with 2 black Dollar Tree salad plates tucked behind them slightly to add in more black accents as a backdrop for the vignette. Here I've placed in my 2 mini topiaries in the front of the black plates, and then I added some yellow flowers to the Mackenzie-Childs pitcher on the right. Then some greenery with more yellow flowers were placed along the front of the vignette for a little more color and texture. And lastly, I added the cute little yellow bird tea light holder to the center. And if you look closely, you'll see that I placed a bee pot percher and a lemon magnet on the front of the Mackenzie-Childs pitcher for a little more whimsy and color. Now let's move on over to the sink area, where I obviously have no window, but I do love to keep this area decorated nicely so I have something beautiful to look at when I'm working in the kitchen. And most of you know that I almost always have a wreath hanging there of some sort, and that's what we're placing there today. This is the wreath we'll be using today above this kitchen sink, but it'll be getting a little makeover. I love this yellow daisy wreath so much that I purchased 2 of them. They are so versatile. Here's the 2 ribbons we'll be adding to the wreath, and I also purchased some of these bee garden stakes at Dollar Tree that I've made over in the Mackenzie-Childs inspired style, one of which will go on the wreath as well. Do you all want to see what it looks like all put together? Well, here you go. The black Pottery Barn candle holders are usually staple pieces there at my kitchen sink area. They were a thrift store find at just $3 each. So now let's add 2 Mackenzie-Childs flameless flickering candles to complete this vignette. So now let's address this area to the left of the sink. It's definitely in need of some color and texture. So let's see what we can do. A bit of layering is just the ticket, I think. For texture, I placed a large round flat wicker piece as the backdrop. It was a $2 thrift store find, which is fantastic, but it needs more to further continue the design and repeat the black and white toile and bee theme. So I couldn't find 12 charger plates anywhere, and I just decided to make my own using a plain thrift store charger plate that I Mod Podge toile fabric to. Pretty, isn't it? And just for pennies. Then I added another bee plate like the one over on the coffee station for continuity. Now let's see about adding just a little something to the stove area to tie in the bee theme, just a little, right behind the Mackenzie-Childs tea kettle and in front of the cutting board for another simple layered look. I chose this Queen Bee square plate, which was a Home Goods find for $3.99 for just a little subtle stovetop accent. And now the last area to decorate in the kitchen is this corner to the left of the stove. I'll be creating a very layered look to add a lot of interest and texture to this area. First, I'm placing another toile charger plate in the corner that I've elevated with a riser. And then I added a pair of white wooden corbels that I purchased for $5.99 each at Hobby Lobby on clearance. The chalkboard sign that you see on the left will be going inside the yellow vessel and will be placed in front of the charger plate after I add a bit of floral for more color and texture. I've added in a wispy greenery bush along with a yellow floral bush and a bit of white to the vessel. I love the organic and wispy look it has. And if you look closely, you'll see a little tiny bee that I placed on the right side of the chalkboard sign. And lastly, I added this cute chubby yellow and black bird to complete the vignette. This bird was purchased 3 years ago at a grocery store in California. Now let's go in and take a closer look at everything so you can see the details a little better and how the design is well coordinated and cohesive from one end of the counter to the other. Alright friends, let's get to styling the island. I've already placed my black and white toile table runner, to which I added a wooden tray that's holding a Mackenzie-Childs inspired watering can that I painted a few years ago. I added the same wispy greenery and flowers that I used in the kitchen to further the cohesive look, to tie it all together with the bees, toile, etc. I placed the candle holders there to add more black touches and a little ambiance. And now let's take a look at the place settings I did. to keep the theme going, I first used black round placemats with black and white striped charger plates, then tucked in honeycomb design napkins and topped those with the same B plates I used in the kitchen. Then I placed black Dollar Tree coffee mugs on the mini cutting boards and placed cutlery inside them with the toile napkins tied up with honeycomb bows and a chalkboard tag for a cute touch. The water goblets have little bee charms on the stems for fun. So now let's go in for a closer look so you can see the details. Alright, sweet friends, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed busting out the bees in this Decorate With Me episode. It was fun and cheerful, wasn't it? Thank you so much for spending time with me, and always know how much I appreciate you all. I'll be back later this week for more decorating here on Cottage to Courtyard. Until then, you all take care. Bye-bye, my lovelies.